few things you should know before you write your CTFL exam, especially the 4.0 syllabus, the new syllabus that have been released last year, 2023. Okay, so my name is Adeji Success Olumide. Now, before I go into this, let me tell you my experience. When I write my CTFL exam, I scored 95%, even though it was a self-study. However, I'll be showing you the secrets and the logic you can use to pass your exam smartly in this series. Now, if today is your first time on this channel, or you've been coming to this channel before, kindly click the subscribe button and also click the notification bell so you can get updates anytime I drop a video like this. Okay, so what are the few things you should know before you even start writing your CTFL exam, especially the 4.0, the latest syllabus? Now, we need to look at the syllabus structure first. You need to understand the structure of the syllabus. In the CTFL syllabus, there are 6 chapters: fundamentals of testing, testing throughout the SDLC, that's also the development cycle, static testing, test analysis and design, managing the test activities, and test tools. So each of these chapters are what the syllabus covered, and of course there are a lot of subtopics of expected knowledge to be passed and outcome from each of these syllabus. Under the first chapter, fundamental of testing, we are going to be discussing what is testing, why is testing necessary, testing principles, test activities, test where and test rows, essential skills and good practices in testing. The second chapter is testing throughout the SDLC, testing in the context of SDLC, test levels and test types, maintenance testing, then static testing basics, feedback and review process. Now, test analysis and design, that's chapter 4. Blackboard test techniques, whiteboard test techniques, experience-based test techniques, and collaborative-based test approaches. Then the 5th chapter that talks about managing the test activities. In there, we'll be looking at test planning, risk management, test monitoring, test control and test completion, configuration management, defect management, while in the 6th chapter, we are going to be looking at test tools, tool support for testing, benefits and risk of test automation. So all of these chapters now are the questions being asked cover every of these chapters, and we're going to look at each of them and how questions are being asked from each of these chapters. Now, the random knowledge you should know, just some random things that I believe will answer some of your questions. Where I already made the video concerning frequently asked questions as regarding ISTQB. So frequently asked question for your exam, what you should know and all of that. I recently made a video concerning that, about that. You may just try to search frequently asked questions on this channel and you're going to see it. Now, there are a total of 40 multiple choice questions covering the whole syllabus. Then to pass, you must score a minimum of 26, that's 65% out of the 40 questions. Each question carries equal mark, that's 1 point each. There is nothing like negative marking. So regardless of the difficulty level of the questions, they all carry same mark. So some questions are more difficult than the others, obviously. Some are really more difficult than the others. Why? You have 1 hour to write the exam for English speaker. So if you're an English native speaker, right? Your language is English. You can speak English and you understand English. So you have just 1 hour to write the exam. But if you are a non-English speaker, then there is an additional time, I think 25 minutes or thereabout. You can request for that, depending on certification body, e.g. the ISQ, International Software Qualification Institute, or American Software Testing Qualification, and there are a lot of other certification body like that. But depending on the one you use, if you use ISQI, then you will get your exam preliminary results immediately you hit the exam, right? Each question, though they are going to send you official result later, but immediately you finish, you hit the submit button, you get a preliminary result. Each question carries a equal mark. That's 1 point each. I think I already mentioned this. Then this one, we have K1, K2, K3. So at the beginning of each chapter, we are going to see all these subtopics. Which one is a K1 level, a K1 level, or K2 or K3. So K1, K2, K3 shows the level of the difficulty of the question. So if it is a K1 level, what ISQ is expecting is that you will be able to recall or remember, recognize a particular concept. For example, being able to identify testing types. Okay, like what are the testing types that we have? Being able to recognize them, being able to list, recall, recognize them. That's a K1 level. But K2 will be to understand, being able to explain. Okay, now you have been able to list those things. Are you able to explain them? Can you explain it? Okay, when you understand, that means you are able to explain those things. So K3 level will now mean that you are able to apply, to make use of that thing, to apply it to a particular scenario, being able to create something. Let's say a bug report now. Can you create it, right? So that's what it is. And regardless of which the K level, the question that is being asked is still the same mark, it's still 1 point. But I'm going to be showing you the tricks of how to handle those kind of questions, especially questions from the testing techniques. Of course, that's a test analysis and design, where you come about blackboard testing techniques, whiteboard techniques, and all of that. Questions on those areas are always based on application, and estimation techniques under test management, they're always on application. You have to apply them at K3 level. So how to handle these questions all will be answered. Thanks for watching this video.